Alright, watch, listen, consume. Just going to chat about all the rollerblading things that I've seen in the past couple of weeks. So the Blading Cup was last weekend and it looked like an absolute kick-off. There was people flying all over the gaff. You build them a nice skate park and they're like, right, what's the first way I can jump out of this place? We'll flip over that, do a 7 over that, all over the gaff, man. Like, it was absolutely wild. Montre took the win, Bellino came second, and David Sizemore came third. Catherine Reyes took the crown in the women's, Lorique Picard took the open win, and Mario Ramos took the 18 and under. Montre won a fat 10k, man. The Milky Bars are on Montre, that's a fair good wedge, man, especially for rollerblading. Might be able to afford a pair of those Mary Munez Aeons. Wah, wah. Wasn't just the comp that happened on the weekend as well, loads of announcements, loads of premieres, all this kind of stuff in and around the event. Let's start with Pat Ridder getting a pro skate from them skates. Pat Ridder 909, or as matey boy Brandon called him,
Pat Ryder.
Almost, mate, almost. Pat Ridder. Pat Ryder. Big Pat Ryder coming through. I laugh, but I've definitely butchered loads of names all over the place. Do it all the time. So, you know, feel free to pull me up when I get a name wrong. Anyway, these skates, they look absolutely great. Definitely a nod to the Solomon ST8s. I think they came out in 98, this version of them. Even down to like the liner. So like the black outside, the white inner. Man, sick that Pat's got a pro Intuition liner in these things. There's also a wider sole plate, different groove. People were like rumoring about what it was going to be for a while. Turns out it was a sole plate. What I didn't realise, there was a whole skate on top of it as well. Really sick, man. I'm particularly fond of this because I used to have the ST8s when I was a kid. And I know this is going to really annoy people, but after a while of having them, I cut them up because I wanted to turn them into a soft boot. Stuck an Alessi shoe in there and made them a soft boot. Probably one of the most dangerous customization mods I've ever made. But you know, I know a lot of people are into it these days. You've got your Justin Thursday. All other people, yeah. I've been doing it since 1999, mate. And who's ever done it with an Alessi shoe? No one. My cousin, I think he stuck a Feeler shoe in his. Like a pair of lunatics, just like flapping all over the place. It's a good laugh though. I kind of wish I hadn't done that now. But I can just buy these instead, which I will be doing. Someone actually said, no one knows any of these skaters that them skates keep giving pro skates to.
Who the fuck is that guy?
What? What do you mean, man? Oh god. What you meant to say there was, I don't recognise any of these skaters because I am out of touch. I don't even dip my toe in a little bit. How can you not know who these people are? Who's this bloke? No one knows these people. Just have a friggin' look around the internet. Like, if you're following one skater, see who he's following, follow them as well. Have a browse. Honestly, you'll really, if you like skating, you'll bloody love what you find. Pat's was just the first of like a ruck of skates that got announced actually. There's Jeph Howard 2, we got a new Shift in a nice like green colour. I like the look of those, glow in the dark wheels. Not sure what circumstances you'd be skating in so that you could actually see them glowing in the dark. But it's a nice touch anyway. Maybe just whip them off and like go in a dark room and look at them. Whoa. Razors have also got a collab with Bladies as well. So it's a lilac boot, like a bright red, pinkish sole plate. Red laces, really cool colour combination. It's a Loca skate, nice one to them. And the Bladies are getting all the collabs. They've also got a pink anti-rocker wheel from Chroma as well. Good stuff. Antony Pottier also got a pro skate from FR. Look at that, man. That looks friggin' well tricky. The UFR Street Boot is like a transformation of their freeride skate. Change them out so it's UFS. You can mess around with them. You can make them freeride. You get the street skate though. That comes with Antony Pottier's flat frames as well. Mate, all good, and it came with a ridiculous edit. Man, so much stuff got released. Them Skates also released Them Journal, which was a year of Them Skates. 300 magazines will be available, limited print. Get your hands on that. Always great having print, man. Pretty rare. Well, a few people have done it recently. Plastic Pushers 2 and that. Get your hands on these. Front cover looks excellent. Bacemint also released a ruck of new gear, so that was like in line with their ZEPHYR release, which we'll talk about in a bit. Loads of clothes. There's hoodies, there's a camo one, joggers, beanies with the bobbles, hats. This time it seems like it's just the logo, so more of like a minimalistic take on it all. Sick, mate. Get yourself loaded up for the winter months. Mesmer also announced their first AM rider, Luis Corrales, mate. Absolutely fantastic addition to the team. I really like his skating. Really sick picture, like, to promo it as well. That is brilliant. That was a nice little clip as well. Nice one, Lewis, man. I am pretty hungry for, like, this Mesmer edit, man. It's going to be ridiculous. So many good edits have come out recently. I'm actually struggling to find the time to actually watch these things. In between trying to, like, watch them, watch podcasts, catch up with, like, who's winning the Blading Cup and all this kind of business. Bloody hell, man. Let's get into these edits. ZEPHYR 3.0, fucking hell. That was really good. I was hyped on the trailer. I actually thought the trailer was the full thing. I was just like, this is absolutely banging. Honestly, their skating is unbelievable. Every time the Kelsos put something out, there's always something in it that, like, sets a new trend or, like, sets the pace. They're just really creative, having loads of fun by the looks of things as well. It just seems like it's like all of their skill, like, put into these, like, intricate maneuvers, really fast, really exciting, fun, man. I absolutely love it. I've seen a few people going, oh, the Kelsos have fallen off. Oh, bloody hell. That's a bit friggin' harsh, isn't it? I don't think they've fallen off at all. Just, like, evolving, man. This is what they're into at the moment. They get into it. Just looks like mega good fun. And it's seriously difficult as well. Like, I'm not a massive fan when people say, oh, you do it. But, like, you should probably maybe, like, try a couple of these things just to see how you get on. Maybe you might land them. But then watch that video back and, like, give yourself an honest rating out of 10 about how stylish you think you look doing it. Ooh. Nah, like, I mean, none of these, like, at-home measures of booze kind of, like, dealings here. Like, don't over-egg it, mate. Be honest. You've just not got it. Not like the Kelsos have got it. Utterly ridiculous. I loved it, and honestly, it feels like they've jumped leagues ahead of everybody and stuff like that. Cody Lampman dropped Phantom, man, absolutely fantastic. I'm more than happy to wait like a year if this is what he's going to do. Drop an edit, kind of disappear, be a bit elusive, and fire back out with another edit a year later. If it's this quality, yeah, I'm well into it. Really exciting skater, really creative, nice, crisp and clean skating. You know, sometimes he keeps it simple, but he does it really well, and that definitely holds weight. But he also gets a bit fruity with it as well. Like, there was that soul wall ride, cess slide thing. There was a really good wall ride to a top sole. I think traditionally people would do like the wall ride to the fish there, but he's got that foot into it as well. He did like a wall ride on, like, the side of a fence. Just high risk. I don't know how much of a reward. Like, high risk, probably a high reward for him, but I think people just won't appreciate how awkward and horribly hard that would have been to do that. But I like it that he's gone out there and done it for himself. He's tried some new stuff. He was a little bit nervous about what people would think of it, but everybody loves it. Just go and check it out, man. And check out Ashes. Them Skates teamed up with Mike Therese for Them Journal NYC. Just another absolutely banger. Everybody's involved in this. Just so many good tricks, so much style. Everybody brings something new. It's really exciting. Even some clips from Mike Therese in there. I bloody love his skating. He's so good. Loads of videographers that I love, actually. Skating, Dom West, Van, Taylor. All the friggin' videographers are good skaters, aren't they? And it's always nice to get a clip from them here and there. Man, and the soundtrack's really good on this one as well. I actually seen somebody say they didn't like this because of the soundtrack. What? Each to their own and stuff like that, but I got, like, kind of reminded me of VG a little bit. Like, that was kind of the vibe as well, actually. Just really well done. Just great skating, great, like, B-roll, kind of setting the scene. I really liked it, man. It was an absolute breeze to watch it. Just time just flew by. I've actually watched this about 6 times. There's me complaining about not having enough time to, like, watch things, and I watched this about 6 times. It was just so good. Get on it. MB8 got released and it's so good. I was smiling all the way through it. Proper entertaining stuff. Just Joey and Todd they just seem like the nicest people in the world. I'd love to go skating with them. Seems like they have the absolute best time. Skating all over the place. Really like it as well when, you know, they might be somewhere like flatland and you're just like, what's possibly going to happen here? What are they going to do? And that's really exciting, the anticipation. Because they're masterful at it. They're so clever, but they're also like experimenting, having really good fun. Oh man, that section with the Tiga Far From Home, the bow, is so friggin' funny. And the skating in there, super influential. I wonder how they feel nowadays that like they seem to be getting like a lot more acknowledgement for their influence on rollerblading. A lot more people talking about it. I think it's a lot clearer to see as well their influence in the kind of the mainstream or like the cool skaters that everybody's looking to. It's really sick. I'm glad they're like still out there doing their thing, poking fun at certain things as well, which is really good. Thoroughly enjoyable. That's another one. Half an hour just breezed by. I would definitely watch this a few times. Me, again, complaining that I don't have enough time to things, but I just watch the same thing over and over again. Loved it, man. Loved those guys.
Hazen Bell
posted up Roll Up, so it's a collection of footage that he's got this year. Mate, he is such a sick skater. More people need to be home watching this actually. Had some really low amount of views. Well, I mean, had a fair few views, but it definitely deserves more. Get onto this, mate. Really great skating, really creative. Nice spots as well, keeps it interesting. Great stuff. It's always good when there's like a competition and Austin Powers and Billy get together, because that normally means they're going to rattle out a load of podcasts, and this was no exception. They had on Yandel Severio, had on Tom Heisler, and had on Hayden Ball. Yandel Severio seems just like the nicest bloke ever. It's a really intelligent guy as well. Story of how he came to be in America from Cuba is utterly ridiculous, man. Dad ended up stealing a boat from the government. Actually, wow, like I was saying before, really intelligent guy, really thoughtful, got some great views and opinions. Definitely check that one out. Tom Heisler's obviously talking about Blank and the new Sean Keane Pro beta model, and then you've got Hayden Ball dives into a little bit of like about his like being able to do things switch, but then not really showing it in videos, but then in his last edit like throwing a few more of those in there just to let people know he can do it. Dusty Denham's also mentioned. Definitely go and check out all of those. Friggin' hours of viewing, man. Prior to winning the Blading Cup, Montre spent a little bit of time with Jan Welch on the Then and Now podcast. They talk about everything from him being on Icon, being sponsored by Chaya for roller skating, his custom shoe painting business that he's got going. The guy keeps himself busy. Really positive guy. Go and check this one out. Dave got on Grant Hazelton for episode 48 of Platform. They obviously talk about his skate and how that came about. Signature skate, not pro skate? Oh, now I've forgotten. Go and watch the podcast and you can find out. They also talk about like the ACL surgery that he's had and his recovery. Seen a few things on his Instagram in the stories and it looks like he's making some good progression. So that's really good to see. Can't wait to see him like back actually skating the skate. I think he said he got them, but he didn't skate them for a bit because he didn't know what to do and just like had them at the side and kind of had to hide them a little bit when people came round because like nobody was really meant to know about it. Definitely worth checking this one out. Dave is always really good at the interviews, like, and that's it. It's just so many friggin' edits to watch, like absolutely loads of them. Really good quality as well. Get on those edits, man. Leave comments, give the likes, give it a friggin' share. Get up in the algorithm so loads more people see it. These things need views, like they deserve these views. Same thing for the podcast as well. And there's loads of freaking skates to buy. I know the Bladies ones aren't out till next year. Well, I mean, it's nearly next year anyway. But the other ones are going to be out soon. Man, loads of options. It really does feel like every week Blading continues to pick up a little bit more steam. Hope it's really positive. Really good to see like the kids getting involved in the Blade Cup. Like, Soa, man, such a good skater. Loads of other young kids out there. That's really positive. That's what you really want to see. Great stuff, man. If you like these videos, you can help support me with the Patreon, and there's a PayPal donation thing as well. I'll leave all the details in the description. I'll do it all again next week. Spotty Dog.